deans of the different departments, ma'am, sir, teachers, parents, fellow awardees, good afternoon. Yesterday was just a tale, and I can't believe that right now, my dream story just turned into reality. Yes, one story remains to be unreal and nailed on those bare papers alone when you, the main character, do not work for you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and the future. Jeremiah 29:11. This had been my life verse since I entered the university. I knew from the start that it will be tough, but I needed to be tougher. The very first day when my college professor asked me to introduce myself was also the very moment I came to reflect and was enlightened. My name is Mayrich. I posed for a little while, and I've seen from everyone's face the notion that I am rich. Indeed, I am rich. Not with finances, but with things that are more essential, things that are invisible to the eye. They are felt and embraced. The love of my parents, support from my family and friends, inspiration from my teachers and classmates, specifically my Bised English family, and ultimately, the grace of the Lord that suffices all my needs all throughout my journey. Allow me to share some of what I've gone, then grown through. I was in my first year when my elder sister was in her 5th year in taking her accountancy. My parents undeniably struggled in providing our daily allowances and tuition fees. My father, since then, is a bus inspector. His job is never easy, spending the whole night on the road waiting for every bus to pass by to inspect tickets. Whenever I see him getting home tired and sleepy, the more I get motivated to strive more. Since freshman, until now that I'm having my off-campus training, I take the risk of commuting. Even the means of transportation is inconvenient. Leaving the house too early in the morning and going home late at night, most people would advise me to look for a boarding house. Little do they know that I find my strength from my family. There were frequent times when I even cried because there was no jeepney or tricycle in the parking. Or those chances when I had no choice but to ride on top of the jeepney even I was wearing skirt, or sit on the jeepney extension just to be home. There were even times when I was battered by the rain because there was no shed in the park. Yes, I endured those days. I may be weak physically, but I do not allow my sickness to overpower my dedication. I must be proud to tell that I never incurred any absence since first year, first day until now. I never wanted to get absent because I quest for learning and experience. There were examination days when some nights I needed most rest, but I failed to sleep just to meet the deadlines. My mother would always wake me up. Also wake up rather, after every few minutes just to check if I'm already asleep. She was my partner on those sleepless nights. Aside from my vitamins, my ultimate weapon was prayer. And yes, I survived those semesters. It's really a matter of faith and persistence. Those were just few of my unforgettable experiences that whenever I look back, I thank the Lord for every encounter instead of complaining. The risks that I've taken and surpassed refined me. Indeed, the stress, tears, and disappointments are just nothing compared to the joy you'll feel when you reap the fruits of your labor. But, as we unfold every dream, may we always learn to look back to where we've been. Let's thank those people who believed in us when we couldn't believe ourselves. Mama, Papa, and to all parents who are here, I salute you for not just showing us what life really means. You're giving us life itself. Fellow awardees, there are still many roads that are not yet taken. Let's keep the faith and be the source of someone's inspiration to keep going. You are blessed to be a blessing. What we have today are all from God's. Let us acknowledge that without Him, we are nothing. And without our parents, we are not who we are. Congratulations, dear parents. All your efforts are finally paid off. And of course, congratulations to my fellow awardees for a job well done. Let's continue working on the stories we crafted and keeping ourselves inspired as we journey with the ultimate author and perfecter of our faith. Once again, good afternoon, and may the Almighty God bless us all.
Thank you, Mayrich.